Hello and welcome back to Little Champs Learning. We have already learned that the fractions which have different top and bottom numbers and are equal in values are known as equivalent fractions. Here I would like to start this video with two important terms of fractions known as like fractions and unlike fractions. The fractions which have different top numbers but same bottom numbers like 8/6, 4/6 are called as like fractions. And the fractions which are having different top and bottom numbers and are not equal in values too are known as unlike fractions. After learning all these terms now, let's start with the basic operations on fractions like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Let's start doing with fractions. That's really very easy. Yes, here I'm talking about multiplication, not about addition or subtraction, because multiplying fractions are super easy. In fact, it is easier than adding or subtracting the fraction. If I have a problem, say 1/3 times 2/5. Let me remind you, since fractions are division problem, that means we have multiplication and division both in the same problem. To solve this problem, I need to rearrange it to look like this: 1/2 or 3/5. 1 multiplied by 2 over 3 multiplied by 5. Now this looks like two multiplication problem that are being divided, and it looks just like a fraction. In fact, we go ahead and do multiplication. So 1 times 2 gives you 2 and 3 times 5 give you 15. Then we do have a new fraction and it is the answer to this problem. So what is all this means? Well, it means that to multiply a fraction, all you have to do is to multiply the top numbers and to multiply the bottom numbers. And here you have your answer. As always, let's see an example or two. Let's do this problem. 2/3 times 1/6. We know that our answer would be a fraction, so we will draw a line. To solve this, we will multiply the top numbers together, like 2 times 1 will give you 2, and we will multiply the bottom numbers together. 3 times 6 will give you 18. So we have 2/18. See how easy that was. The answer 2/18 can be simplified further, that we will see in the further videos. Alright, let's see one last example, which is 1/3 times 7/3 times 2/5. Wait a minute, this has 3 fractions multiplied together and the middle one looks like an improper fraction cause its top number is bigger than its bottom number. Does our procedure works for this problem too? Yep, all we have to do is multiply all the top numbers together and multiply all the bottom numbers together, and we will have our answer, and this will work no matter how many fractions do we have to multiply. So on top we have 1 times 7 times 2 equal to 14, and on the bottom we have 3 times 5 times 5, which is 45, and that means our answer is 14/45. If you are thinking of fractions as part of something, then multiplying fraction is really like taking part of another part. For example, here's half of a pizza. You can see that if I take 1/2 of that half, then I get 1/4 of a pizza. And if we do multiplication half times half, you see that we do get 1/4. So that's why you can think of multiplying fraction as taking part of another part. In fact, sometimes in word problem you will see multiplying fraction written using the word of instead of times. They may ask, what's 1/4 of 2/3? Now you know that means 1/4 times 2, 3. That will give you 1 times 2 will give you 2 and 4 times 3 will give you 12. So that shall give you 2/12. You have seen how easy it is to multiply the fraction. You just have to multiply the top numbers together and bottom numbers together to get your desired answer. Like if you have 6/3 times 1/5, you will get answer as 6/15. So you might be wondering, well, can we do the same for addition too? Can we add just top numbers together? and the bottom numbers together to get the answer? Alright, let's try and see. If we have 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4, let's try adding the top numbers. So if we add the top numbers, we get 2, and when we add bottom numbers together, we get 8. That can't be right because it will be simplified to 1 over 4. But when we add 1 over 4 to 1 over 4, we should actually get half. You can see this with respect to the diagram. Let me tell you where we went wrong. There is a rule in mathematics, it's called order of operation, which says you have to do division and multiplication before you add or subtract. So if you observe closely this problem, you will see we have addition as well as division sign in this problem. So you have to do division before you do any other addition or subtraction operation. But fortunately, there is a trick. The trick has limitation as it works only for those fractions which have same bottom numbers. Like what I want to say is you can add the fractions which have the same denominator. So if the fraction which needs to be added to have the same bottom numbers, we can just add the top numbers together, keeping the same bottom number in our answer. For example, let's see the previous example, 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4. So according to our trick, we just need to add the top numbers together. That is 1 plus 1 is 2, and we will not add the bottom numbers, we will just keep the bottom numbers same, that is 4. So the answer is 2 over 4, which will be further simplified as 1 over 2. Now let's see one more example. 1 half plus 1 half. We add the top numbers, which will be 1 plus 1 and 2, and keeping the same bottom number, then you have new fraction as 2 over 2, which is whole. This makes sense because when you add half plus half, you get whole. Let's see few more examples. If you have 5 over 12 plus 2 over 12, since the bottom numbers are same, it is easy to add this fraction. Add the top numbers, which will give you 7, while keeping the denominator same. So your answer will be 7 over 12. So 5 over 12 plus 2 over 12 gives 7 over 12. Easy, right? We have understood that if we need to add fraction, in fact if we have 3 like fractions, to add them we need to add the top numbers and we will keep the bottom number as it is. Have you ever thought of subtracting the fractions? Is the procedure same for that too? The answer is yes. To solve subtraction, you need to subtract the top numbers and you have to keep the bottom number as it is. Like if you have 7 over 12 minus 4 over 12, we will subtract 7 minus 4, which will give you 3, and we will keep the bottom number as it is. So our answer would be 3 over 12. Adding or subtracting of like fractions is really easy. But have you ever thought, if you don't have like fractions, if the denominator of the fraction is different, then how would you add or subtract them? In this case, we will have to change the unlike fraction into the like fraction before doing any operation like addition or subtraction on them. Or you will have to find the common denominator for it. Denominator is just a fancy word for the bottom number, and common means same. So before adding or subtracting of unlike fractions, you will have to find a common denominator for both or all of them. Can we change the two unlike fractions into like fractions? How do we get common denominator for our fractions? If we have two unlike fractions like 3 over 4 minus 1 over 5, how can we convert this fraction into like fractions? Let's see how to find the common denominator for the given fraction. In this method, the common denominator is nothing but the product of the two bottom numbers. Basically, we will take these two different bottom numbers and we will make whole fraction out of it. We will place these two whole fractions on the opposite sides and we will multiply these whole fractions with our unlike fractions. Doing this will result into two new equivalent fractions that will have the same bottom numbers. So we will get 15 over 20 minus 4 over 20 as our new equivalent fraction, which value is same of the given fraction, and this is having a like fraction 20. So we can add or subtract them as usual. Let's see one more example. 3 over 5 minus 1 over 3. These are not like fractions. We will have to change them to the like fractions. So doing the same procedure, we will make two whole fractions 5 over 5 and 3 over 3 out of it. We will place these whole fractions on the opposite sides and we will multiply them by our unlike fractions. So you will get as 9 over 15 minus 5 over 15 as the new two like fractions, and the answer of this subtraction would result into 4 over 15. Addition also you have to do the same way. There is no other way. You have to convert the unlike fractions into like fractions to do any further addition or subtraction. So I hope you have liked my video. Please do subscribe my channel and please keep watching. Thank you so much.